Hi sexy people, it's Wade here with your Thursday spot on Pagan Perspective, and this week we have got two topics we're discussing again, and they're both basically revolving around belief. Now, before I get into that topic, I first want to say to those who've been messaging me and asking me how I am, of course there's been riots in England and I have stayed at home. Nothing's really gone on in my area, but my area's a kind of break between three areas that were getting completely trashed, and I don't know how it's been reported across the world or how it was reported, but I kind of feel like it wasn't really focused on, and it was a incredibly scary past 4 days, really scary. Every major city was being destroyed, looted, for no reason at all. There was no reason. I'm sick of people saying it's because of the cuts. Yes, there's influences on things, but at the end of the day, this came down to people being greedy and people being selfish and people wanting things which they could clearly afford, but wanting to make a bit of extra money and being a bit sleazy about it. So let's hope the justice system gets them, because it took a bit too far, and well, definitely a bit too far. I thought blooming World War III was breaking out. But yeah, it was extremely scary. My uni, where my uni is, that was all trashed. Not my uni, but the area where my brother goes to uni, that was all trashed. Where my mum works was all trashed. Not the actual places, but around those areas. Where my partner works was trashed. He was actually inside a building. He got forced to lock himself inside a building because as he was leaving work, after they was told they had to immediately evacuate because of the riots, they ran after him, and all the workers, they had to run back into the building, lock themselves in, and they started smashing the windows up and stuff, but eventually they moved on and he's fine now. So we're all okay, I'm okay, and things are calm now, but yeah, they were scary, incredibly. It was literally like, it was like World War had already hit. It was mad, everything was on fire. I mean, my partner had to walk through, to get home, had to walk through people throwing petrol bombs at places, just randomly in the middle of the street. So yeah, it was a bit scary. So yeah, back on the subject, because you don't really want to know that. Beliefs. So the first question we're talking about is basically, if you're working with someone and they don't believe in the same deities as you, but you're still both interested in witchcraft, how does that work, and is it a good thing? And let me just look at my notes. Is it possible? I personally think it is completely possible. Caro did bring up this point that I'm going to give you, which is belief is important, and if you're both putting something out there, belief in the way that is being not persecuted, executed, is important. So if that specifically involves a deity that one of you don't believe or connect with, that is going to affect the outcome of the working, be it candle magic, be it even a prayer. If you're praying to a god or goddess that you don't believe in or you don't work with, you're not going to mentally connect with that, therefore you're not going to spiritually connect with it either. So it's important that if there isn't a deity connectivity, that it's really kind of a basic kind of spell work. It's all up to you really what you feel's right, but in my opinion you're not going to be able to get a connection if you don't personally 100% believe in it. It's all about that. But then again, if you are working with something and you're both completely different paths, but the spell or the work itself doesn't involve any verbal or immediate importance in using a certain deity, for example, I believe in a god and a goddess simply, but I might be working with someone who works with Egyptian gods, and we're not using the names or any direction to a specific god or goddess. We can both work on that spell. Maybe it's a healing spell, and I personally use symbols of gods that have passed on, not passed on, that have been used in civilizations before ours, and continue to be used now, such as the healing symbol of Asclepius. Yeah, I'm not going to say his name because I don't know how to say it, but that healing symbol you find on the ambulances, I've used that plenty of times in my magic workings, so for me to use that, I'm comfortable with it because it's a symbol that the in bed and I think I've just woken up. It's a symbol that I associate with healing. It's a symbol that people have created to associate with healing. So I can disconnect from the fact that I don't work with Greek gods and Roman gods because of that connection that I have. So it's all down to what you connect with and what you find comfortable. But doing something uncomfortable is always going to hinder what you're working with. Now the next question is working with your own beliefs, and really, does your belief in that magical working that you're doing yourself affect the way that the outcome of that? And I completely agree with that. I think some really good actual ideas have been brought up this week. When you think about creating witchcraft and you're creating something, I've always felt that if I don't have a 100% positive belief within that, it's not going to execute right anyway. And that doesn't necessarily just relate to magic either. If you're working on a project, you're never going to put your all into that. You're never going to be able to take that to that level that it needs to be recognised against others and stand out. You're never going to stand out unless you put your complete and utter positive belief in that one thing. Now, there's always the fear of failing. That's always going to be there, but at the end of the day, if you keep trying and you put the positive belief that it's going to pull through regardless, then you'll be rewarded for keeping that strength alive. And I think that works in magic, because if you don't believe in something, then you don't have the faith and you don't really want it to happen that badly. You're not desperate for it to work if you don't believe that it could. And I think what Cara brought up about the god and the goddess, also going along and helping you with that, is all down to what their perception of what is right is, and that all depends on what they feel, and that's something that you can't necessarily alter yourself. And I think that as long as you believe in it, you're going to take it as far as you possibly can, and it's all down to the powers that be, to put it frankly. So I think they're just my views on it. I think that I don't want to take it down the whole fairy tale Disney route, but if you believe in something, it will eventually come true or have a positive reflection upon your life. And I think that's important, incredibly important. And I think this is something that is an easy question for anybody to answer, because I think everybody's going to be exactly the same in that. I mean, someone's not going to turn around and say, oh, you don't need to believe in it, it'll happen anyway. I think everybody recognises that you have to have your own effort for something, and you need to 100% put your positive belief in that, and just hope for the best. I think, really. I think as soon as you start to doubt your magic, you're then doubting yourself and doubting your productivity, and yeah, I think that's all I can really say on the subject. Also, I want to say happy birthday to Cara. Obviously it's her birthday next Tuesday, and my video is going to be on Thursday, so I won't be able to say that. So hope you have a fantastic day. It's weird because obviously my birthday, I posted a video on my birthday, so she'll be posting a video on her birthday. Just except for mine was late, so it wasn't actually really meant to be up on my birthday, so yeah. Hope everybody's alright, hope everything's going well for you all. If you have any questions, just message me at my personal channel, which is Wade Rowan. You can find it on the Pagan Perspective channel, and it's our second birthday next week, and we'll be going into the third year on the week after with the subs, so that's going to be really, really fun. Probably give you a little talk on my journey with Pagan Perspective, and also the direction I'm going to be taking my YouTube channel in. I need to decide on that this week, so hopefully I can reignite that. And yeah, I just want to say thank you actually to all of you who do actually watch my videos, because I've never actually I said that to you, and it's nice to know that people actually listen to what I have to say within the community, when I've been so I found it so hard when I first started off. So yeah, thank you to all of you, and I hope you'll have a fantastic week. For the person who asked about the shop last week in the comments, sorry I haven't been able to log onto my account. I can't get on at all, it's driving me mad. It was Pretty Flamingo, the shot was in Wales. And yeah, so hope you all have a fantastic week, and happy birthday to Cara, and blessed day. Peace out.